Hi everyone, hopefully you can see this. I've got the hat cam on. Basically I'm just gonna do a quick update on the Fimi. We just got forced to do a firmware update by by Fimi again, so I don't know if you can see that on the hat cam. Basically, yeah, there's the drone. It's all real. We're in the park today, different park in Rotherham, but we're going to see how we get on, see if I can do some of the things that people asked me to look at. So hopefully the camera will hold up and it won't run out of battery. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and check my settings. Should be, I would have thought it will have gone back to medium as it always does. I'll switch it into high. That's an annoying thing, Fimi. Please fix that. Although I think I've asked you lots of times on videos before. Right, so I'll start the recording on the drone. Still got 97% battery, so not too bad. Okay, let's do a takeoff. Okay, so what I want to do, so I don't want to waste this battery. Just want to see how well it's yeah, it's not doing too bad. I think we'll finish the video with a compass calibration and see if the update has done any fixes. So I'll drop the camera down towards me. Right, okay, so I want to just try out the smart track. We've got the orange side of the pad on today. So that was another suggestion in the comments that might make a difference. So to get into the smart features, we go into the map, click on the little weird monkey hat thingy, and then what we want to do is orbit. I'm going to try out orbit. I think that was the right one, wasn't it? Okay, so hang on, no, that wasn't it actually. No, I want to go into the monkey hat again, smart track, and then is it lock? I think it is lock, where it does a small sort of orbit round you. I may not be high enough, I don't know. Flight is too low. I thought it would be the case, but let's drop it down and go up. Well, okay, is that high enough now? Yeah. So let's see what happens when we walk around. Will it trace me? Has it started doing it? So we haven't got any speed on it at the moment, so it's not orbiting me at all. Let's see, I'm going out of shot and it's lost me. So I think you said in the comments that you should have a small amount of speed on. So we'll try that again with a small amount of speed. Let's try that again. Right, it's picked me up again. So let's put a tiny amount of speed on. Right, let's do 0.1. Let's drop back, hang on. Right, no, 0.2 will be fine, I think. Right, so now it'll sort of try and orbit me, I think, but at a very slow speed. We'll turn speed, and that is actually doing it, I think, now. I think that has made a difference. Can I fox it, turn back the other way, go around the pad, go over the pad, let it get confused between me and the pad? It didn't. Right there, lost me then when I walked across it. So, okay, so I can see it. Let's turn it back round and see if it can pick up the camera, see if it can pick me up. Right, okay, so hang on, I want to, it's saying lock is done. Let's go in there. So I don't know if that's useful to anyone, but let's go back in smart track. Let's just try it again. Let's lift up the camera a little bit. And there we go. Right, hang on, I might try and turn it slightly. Try and turn it a bit so I'm more. Right, select me, then do go again. I think it's doing that. This time let's set it a bit higher, 0.8 maybe. And let's walk around, see how we're getting on. Try and walk back towards the pad. Let's see if that confuses it. Go next to the pram. The prams and things like that, they often get stuck on the actual other objects around you. It hasn't, so that's pretty good. Maybe that's the right amount maybe 0.8 is not bad, and it'll start sort of cycling around you. Right, so yeah, let me just stand still and let you sort of see what it would do. Let's drop the camera down. Right, let's just show you what it would do if you kind of turn it up full. Right, so now it should sort of like circle me basically, and I think it will keep the camera on me as it goes round. So if I was like a point of interest, like the top of the Eiffel Tower, this would be great, but I'm just a bloke in a park, so it's not as good. Yeah, we haven't got a kind of got an on and off sunny day again today. It's been on and off windy, so let's hope. Right, let's try it the other way. Send it back the other way and see what it does. Otherwise, I don't want to waste this battery, so I'll take it up and take a look around in a second. We'll also try out the precision landing now that it's got the orange pad, although the purple pram near it probably doesn't help. Right, yeah, so that's going. It makes a kind of weird noise in the air. So we just did a firmware update because it kind of forced another firmware update. Well, it didn't force us, but I thought again, should I do it because maybe it'll help with my compass calibration. But yeah, it kind of foxed us while we were out again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it up, just give you a view of the park again. We're in 4K 30 normal, no HDR, so we'll take it up and just have a quick look around in this mode first. See if we can get some sort of like shots as well in HDR. Right, so let's just have a look around the park. Let's see, it's not a bad little park in Rotherham. Emily having a meltdown in the background there, not sure if you can hear that. Right, okay, so just kind of spin around the park. There's Rotherham's answer to Disneyland in the shot there. Actually looks quite lively when you go down there. Yeah, right, so again, you know, it's not very sunny, it's not an ultimately sunny day, it's kind of like a bit cloudy. It's got times where it goes really sunny, but other times, you know, it's kind of a bit overcast like it is now with sort of reasonably dark clouds, not like massive rain clouds, but kind of darkish. Well, I'll pick the camera up, you know, you can sort of see those sort of clouds there now. If we go around, maybe you can pick up on that and see what I'm talking about. Probably making them look nicer actually than they are. Yeah, it's going around no problem. Right, okay, so let's stop the recording there. Let's switch into HDR, do the same thing again, start the recording again and go round. And then we'll try and do some photos as well, maybe. Yeah, Britain's very weird like this, where sort of the weather just suddenly goes very, so it's like a kind of, it's not quite warm enough. You kind of get your sort of jumper off and then it feels a bit cold again all of a sudden. It's quite a common thing here in sort of April, May, June, and July, and sometimes August. But yeah, it's going around no problem. Don't know if we're seeing as much tilt as we did before. The wind is about, but I don't know if it's that bad. There you go. Let's have a look over the lovely theme park there. Not sure what the entry price is. Okay, maybe we could get like a photo of there. So let's like stop there, stop the recording, do HDR, and then what we want to do is we want to go into photograph. Oh, that's interesting. So it's got HDR photograph as well. Right, let's try that, and then we'll try normal. Does it take that? Yeah, it's took a picture there, says it succeeded. So I'm going to try a normal one, and then I'm just going to take a photo there. Yep, looking good. Don't know if it's worth turning round maybe to different angles and getting the view over different spots. Take a photo there. And then maybe again in HDR. Super night. Don't know if we need that. Right, okay. Right, and then maybe full round. Let's go full round here. To the other direction. So Okay, let's sort of got like a nice house down there, like an old building. Right, do HDR, then do a normal one. Hopefully that's of use to people. Right, okay, so what were the other requests that I can remember now? Okay, so yeah, let's test out the precision landing. Let's get it back into HDR video, HDR, and then let's start the recording, and let's do a return to home. Okay, and let's see how we get on. And then what I want to do is see if I can test out controlling via Wi-Fi. I don't know if that'll work because I don't know how you set it up, but should probably have worked that out before I came out, but let's see how we get on. But yeah, I don't know if we're seeing as much tilt today. And interestingly, I think the update, when I was kind of reading it, I think it looked like it was to sort out gimbal stuff, so gimbal calibration. So whether that's involved in the tilt, let's get the hat cam off and see if I can sort of point it up at the camera, up at the drone as it's coming down. It's coming down now. I don't know if the camera can see it actually. I've decided not to bring out the full camera today. Right, it's definitely looking for the pad. It's definitely sort of like hovering around and trying to precision land on it. So let's see how we get on from this angle as well. Right. Okay, it didn't quite manage it, so I don't think there's really any difference or any truth in the old orange versus blue argument. My feeling is that it depends on the lighting of the time that you're filming and that kind of stuff, and the contrasting colours of like around you, so the green against the orange, and you know, if you had say sand and you had blue against the sand and you had orange against the sand, which one would probably be closer? Probably the orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the compass calibration now, because that was the thing that constantly failed. Right, I'm going to do it the normal way around first and see how we get on. Now if this just keeps turning, which it looks like it's going to, then I think it will fail. Then I'm going to try what was suggested in the comments, to do it the opposite way around. Now I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, it's really not doing anything. So the thing is, I don't know with these firmware updates whether they replace everything, because the firmware wasn't like a major file, I don't think. It was just a small file. So right, it has failed again. Right, I'm going to try it the other way round. So I was told to do it the opposite way round. And then, okay. So I'm going to go counterclockwise. And let's see what was going on. Okay, counterclockwise, horizontal, but it's not making any difference at all. I think it's going to fail again, and that just makes me think that either something's wrong with my compass, although it does fly, or there's something a bit iffy with my firmware, where I should have, you know, where I messed up a previous firmware. So that's definitely not right, and it's done it again. So as you can see, it's, you know, it's not working. So okay, let's see what it does, whether it will reload itself up. I mean, it doesn't seem to stop you from actually doing anything, so I kind of think, you know, it's probably not too bad. But okay, so HDR again, let's get the filming turned on and let's take off. Let's get the most out of this battery. I mean, someone asked for battery tests, but to be honest, it's how, you know, without kind of, and here we go. So people playing over there, playing football, soccer as Americans would call it. Right, okay, so I think it's that, or the dog's playing it anyway. Right, okay, so yeah, it's all fine still. You know, it takes off, it lands, it does everything that you'd expect it to do. So I don't know if it's just me who's got an iffy compass, or Let's just see how the gimbal is. Is it tilted horizon or not? Obviously spinning around a lot might make it tilt, so maybe it's best to kind of pick an angle. So maybe look back at the so I'll back it off a bit, but maybe have a good old look at the Euro Disney equivalent in Rotherham here. Yeah, I mean there's sort of a tilt there. I think that's, that could be the case. So let's just hold it there for a second and see if it kind of sorts itself out. It's not feeling very windy right at this moment, but of course could be higher up. Yeah, I don't know really if anything's happening, so let's go round. Yeah, so I'm not sure what you do with the Wi-Fi, how you turn on that mode. Presumably you need the right password to log into the Wi-Fi, and if you could do that, then you could do it. So probably for a later video, I think. I mean, I haven't seen any kind of password, but maybe there's a default password, whether we can look that up or something. That's another thing. There isn't really a lot of online information about the X8 Mini yet, really. Like, they've kind of, don't think that any of the sections really are working apart from the sales sections of it. There's like no firmware downloads. There's no, there's nothing that kind of can get us what we want, which is to be able to look stuff up while we're out and about. But yeah, I mean the manual might have it in. I mean it looked very generic to me. I'd have thought the manual was would have thought the password is per drone. So that's interesting, unless there's something I'm missing. But I can't see how the password would be in there unless there's like a default overall one. But and when I get back I'll take a look at that. Okay, yeah, so HDR looking good. I mean I never know until I get back what this footage looks like, because to me it looks good on the screen, but I don't think it ever does it justice on the phone screen. So there we go. So I think the picture quality is pretty good. Some people have talked about vignetting and that kind of thing. I mean, I didn't, I guess I don't really pick up on that sort of thing, but when I looked at the yesterday compared to the Mini 2, it just, on parts of the video I thought that the Mini 2's footage looked a bit mushy, certainly over like the kind of bits of the beach where the water just looked a bit mushy to me, like it was compressed, like compression sort of there, that and yet the Fimi looked quite clean and sort of detailed, and there was a lot of detail in it. But then on other shots the Mini 2 kind of looked detailed as well. So I think it's kind of difficult to I don't think you're going to get one drone that kind of does everything perfectly. I think that's always the way with these sort of things. You're not going to, it's just, for the price as well. I mean, it's not like a Sony A7 III's or so, on top of a drone. So you're just not going to get the kind of film quality, are you, unless you've got like a full frame sensor or something. So I don't know if people expect quite a lot from sort of mini drones, really. I expect in the future we'll see really impressive video quality as time goes on. We're bound to, aren't we? Things are going to improve. But yeah, I don't know, to me I kind of preferred the Fimi footage yesterday. That's not to say that the DJI Mini 2 overall isn't like kind of a more, in my mind, I think it's a sort of, if I was coming out to get cool shots, I think I would probably pick that one up just because of reliability, the battery availabilities, that kind of stuff. I would, of course you want to that sort of drone is kind of a no-brainer in that respect. But who knows, as time goes on, maybe Fimi will kind of get this one right, and we'll see. Yeah, it's quite nice over the park. It's gone a little bit cloudier again. Yeah, maybe Fimi will get their act together with the batteries, and then we'll feel a lot more sort of happier to, for the cost of the drone, really. So just bring it down a bit, maybe move it to side, maybe move over some spots, go and have a look over there before this battery kind of lets us down, and maybe try and see if we can get a bit of a lower shot towards the hang on, that's up. I'm going to go forward, really. There we go. it moves quite smoothly, I'd say. Let's have a, just want to sort of get myself, I want to try and see what the leisure centre kind of looks like from distance. I don't know, what do you think? I think, you know, would you book your holiday here? Would you visit Rotherham and come to the little theme park? There's less queues, I think, than Disneyland, so it's got something going for it. Let's go over the park. Yeah, so I think we're getting low on this battery now, but it isn't telling us to come back yet. So maybe we could head towards the house over there. Let's bring it down. I want to bring it down in height. Oh, low battery. The drone just kind of, you know, I don't know if that was me then, that kind of slipped a bit there, but it definitely pulled away over, so maybe it was a wind. Just want to have a look at this building. Hopefully we're high enough to get up over it. Yeah, so I haven't customized the settings on this to sort of make the turning nicer. But yeah, it's basically moaning about the battery now, so let's get it to return home. There we go, and let's see how it does on the precision landing this time versus last time. But yeah, this is the real shame with this battery, because I've been here to the park before, again on videos that I haven't finished editing because I just got so distracted with the latest drones. But yeah, I brought the Mini 2 to this park and I did some like sort of cinematic kind of like customization to make the camera, you know, like kind of turn nicely. And I think, like, I don't know, just like, yeah, I probably could do the same thing with the Fimi, but it's just great having those 3 batteries, because I kind of made like a few videos all in one. Just because I had 3 batteries, I could do 3 videos back to back. And you know, whereas you can't really do that when there's only 1 battery available for the Fimi. But right, let's have a look. So it's above, it's hovering. Oh, my hat cam's a bit sort of wobbly. Apologies for that. Trying to get a good sort of angle of it as it's coming down. I don't know how Dustin Dunhill does such a good job with his hat cam. Not sure how he does that. But yeah, look at that, really good. Totally missed it completely, but luckily they do keep the grass really well here and it hasn't made a difference. So yeah, pretty good, pretty happy with that. Shame about the Wi-Fi. You know, I would have really liked to have tried out that feature. Hopefully when I get back I can work out what that is and maybe do a follow-up video at some point where we actually get it into the Wi-Fi mode. But yeah, thanks very much for watching that. Hopefully that was useful to you again. Just a quick flight really in the park, try out a few things that have been asked. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. You know, please like the video if you can, that'd be great if you did like it. If you could subscribe, that'd be great too. And thanks very much for watching again. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much.